So you're going to need ginger snaps. Okay, these are ginger snap cookies. Okay, they're very tasty, so you might end up eating half of it while you're making this recipe. Okay, I'm using a freezer bag or any kind of thick plastic that has some stability to it so that you can bend it in half and then just let it pour into the cup. Okay. Okay, so this works much better than actually using it as a pestle, like as a mortar and pestle. Watch this. See how easy it is to get crushed thinly in like one quick go. Look at that. It's like one of those machines on the road that flattens the asphalt really easy. Look how easy that is. Now, if I were to use it like this as a pestle, it takes so much time. But you know, you get my meaning. It takes a long time. So this works, but not as fast as the rolling out. Okay. What I noticed as I was crushing the cookies, I realized that instead of doing it on top of the bag, I could put them inside the bag. It's faster and less messy. Look at the Ziploc, right? Zip it closed. And in no time, I'm done. I just shake it down. Right? I'll give it a little bit of a roll. Shake it down. Open it up. Right? And stick 2 more in. That's 4, right? So it's much faster.
Was closed. Next year, we'll have to write it down and make sure we do it next year. Let's try this differently next year. It's kind of hard for me to move. Starts off.
This is what your crust should look like after baking in the oven for about 5 minutes. Notice how much the sides have risen. I must say, in defense of this particular recipe, it is quite tasty and I really liked it. The only thing is, well, there's many things wrong with it. It just didn't work. And one of the reasons it didn't work was it just wasn't enough. The contents or the mixture was just not enough to fill all the muffin cups. You will see why later as I go along. But if you stay with me, You will see why it didn't work, and I'm going to tweak it to make it work. Okay. It seems to be working now. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. You can see the white here in the bowl. If the funnel doesn't work, you can always use your hands as a tool to do the separating. I really do like the funnel, but sometimes it can be difficult to perfect. So let's drop the yolk in there. I'm going to try this one now again and see if it works. It doesn't matter if you use your knife or your, I don't know what the problem is, why it doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so let's try it again. It's not giving me, yeah, see, it won't go through. This time around it just won't go through. Just will not go through. The egg white is supposed to go through the funnel and leave the yolk behind, but it's not working, so I have to use my hands. There you go. I'm gonna have the egg and the yolk intact, and I'm gonna put it in the bowl fast before it breaks. Okay, and I can take out the shell as I now. I quickly began to realize that this recipe would not be enough to fill a 16-cup muffin pan. But let's just continue and see how much we can actually get out of this mixture. So what do you think? Do you think this mixture will actually fill 16 muffin cups? I don't know. I don't think so. So do you see how the sides turned out? The sides are tall. I did not press them against the sides at that height. But somehow it did rise. So the sides are pretty tall. I'm shocked. Pretty interesting. The filling was not enough, and it looked like mashed potatoes. The filling wasn't even enough to fill 14 of these. The original recipe is supposed to fill in 16 muffin cups with the crust. It only fit 8. So I had to double the recipe. So this whole recipe was really it was like a failure. So now I'm going to fix it. Okay. So I'm going to double up this recipe, starting off with 2 tablespoons of packed brown sugar, 24 finely crushed ginger snap cookies, and 6 tablespoons of melted butter. So it has to be melted in order to get the ingredients incorporated. Okay, so then we're just going to stir it all up until it becomes a clumpy mixture. So take note that the original recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of packed brown sugar, approximately 14 cookies or 1 3/4 inches, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of flour, a quarter cup of marmalade, 1 yolk, and 8 ounces of cream cheese. Compare the two results. After doubling the recipe, the mixture is much creamier and plentiful. The crust has been left to bake for approximately 5 minutes and then left to cool. We can now add the creamy cream cheese filling to the ginger snap cookie crust. The doubling up of this recipe can now fill the 16 muffin cups as stated in the original recipe. Just make sure that each muffin cup has some of the mixture, and then we can go back over it and fill it all in. See, this one doesn't have much in it at all, so you want to fix this one up. This one here is perfect, this one here. You want them to look like that one. What you want to do is you want to just play around with it a little bit so that it falls along the sides. So you just want to just play around with it. You're going to be pushing it a little bit to the outer edges so it fills out the full circle. There's another one that needs filling in. So just do this. Just push it towards the edges. Okay, there it is in the oven. See how nice it's turning out? See how nice it turned out? Nice and full. For the topping, apply the marmalade to each mini cheesecake just like you would when buttering bread. But make sure that the marmalade is at room temperature for a smooth spread. I think you can add as much marmalade for the topping as you want. Make these mini cheesecakes for your next family gathering at Christmas and create a great presentation. This is my multi-purpose platter, which I use often for food presentation. Food presentation is very important. And this is a platter used either open or closed. It is also reversible and can be used as a punch bowl. This is not perfect, but you get my meaning. This is my daughter's glam Christmas tree, and I really wanted to show it off. I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope you liked this recipe. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a very happy and prosperous New Year.